Well, we think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart-pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on. Looking to score big on your next vacation? Start with a travel advisor who delivers. Your cruise planner's advisor is your go-to, saving you time, money, and stress, while hooking you up with exclusive deals, upgraded amenities, and early booking discounts. Get in the game with Griggs Travel at GriggsTravel.com. That's GriggsTravel.com. John Griggs, Port Allegany grad, 1,000-point scorer, 3-sport standout, ready to help you plan your dream getaway. Cruises, resorts, hotels, tours, everything's handled, even your own travel app, and easy rate booking if plans change. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of High School Baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the North Washington Rodeo. I'm Chris Rossetti. I'm here at Stern Field in DuBois, getting ready for the KSAC championship game between Redbank Valley and Clarion. A little bit of a late start here. Game was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. There was a game before that, so we're getting a little late, and that actually was a good thing, because if we didn't get a late start, I might not be here doing this, as I've been doing the AMCC softball tournament all week here in DuBois, and it ended just prior to 7 o'clock, and I wasn't sure if we were going to have video or just audio or anything, but last second was able to put all this together. Special thanks to Scott Kindle of the KSAC, said it was great to go, and we're glad we can bring you this game today between Clarion and Redbank Valley here at Stern Field in DuBois. This is the third time these teams have played this year. Redbank Valley won the first two meetings. Both of them played here at Stern Field, ironically enough. It's the only two losses Clarion has had all season were to Redbank Valley, and that was a 12-2 defeat way back on March 24th and a 7-2 defeat right here at Stern Field on April the 9th, a game that you watched here on the YDL Sports Network. So as you can see, earlier this year, we've gone upstairs with the camera view, but because of the need to get things set up and going quickly here, we're going to have to go with the lower view of the camera. I do apologize for that, but figured you'd rather have something than nothing at all there. So we're going to give you what we can and do what we can for you here with that view of the field as much as we can. And, you know, I'm here to handle the rest of that for you. So we should be ready to get going here as they're introducing the starting lineups right now. Let's give you those starting lineups. First, for the visiting team, the defending KSAC champion Clarion Bobcats, they'll lead off with their pitcher, Dylan Smale, batting second and doing the catching. Hayden Weber batting third, the shortstop, Ethan Rex, batting fourth. And in center field, Wyatt Watterson, batting fifth, the second baseman, Parker Miller. Batting sixth is the third baseman, Carter Hyman, batting seventh. And in left field, Billy Kale. Batting eighth is the first baseman, Gabe Anderson, and batting ninth, and in right field, the freshman, Evan Cribble. So it's Smale, Weber, Rex, Watterson, Miller, Hyman, Kale, Anderson, and Cribble for Clarion. For Redbank Valley, they'll lead off with their center fielder, Isaac Neiswanger, batting second and at second base, Carson Gold, batting third, the shortstop, Braylon Wagner, batting fourth and doing the pitching today, Jackson Huffman, Batting fifth and at third base, it'll be Brock George. Batting sixth and... Okay, I can't read my writing here, folks. Batting sixth for the Bobcats will be... We'll get that here for you in a second. That's what happens when you're doing stuff in a hurry. You sometimes can't read your writing. Batting sixth is Sturgeon, the catcher. There we go. Batting seventh is, I don't think I ever put the guy in that's batting seventh. Batting seventh is the right fielder, Smith. Okay, there we go. Batting seventh is the right fielder, Smith. Batting eighth is Byers. He's playing in left field. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Hepler. For anybody who doesn't think that, sometimes us media guys work together, shout out to Brock Jordan of Explore Clarion for helping me finish that out there. And Brock's a good dude. Make sure you read his stuff as much as you read mine. I appreciate that. We're all just trying to give these kids coverage. That's really what it comes down to. So, getting ready here to go. It'll be Smale versus Huffman here. We'll get you their numbers here in a second. So Jackson Huffman going out to the mound for Redbank Valley. He's had a superb season. So actually, we'll get you those numbers here in a minute. We're going to step aside, thank some of our sponsors here. We'll be right back on the YDL Sports Network.
Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Back here as we get ready to go here, Jackson Huffman on the mound. Promise you I'd get you his numbers. 4-1 on the year, a 1.71 earned run average in 41 innings of work. He's given up 31 hits, just 6 walks, and has struck out 59. As we prepare to go here. I owe Blaine Gold and Craig Heibel a shout out here. Earlier in the season, I mentioned that Cole Johnson of Carn City had played on the same field as his uncle Hayden did and had a great game over at CL. Blaine, through Craig, pointed out to me that that field wasn't open yet when Hayden Johnston was there, and I was wrong. Hayden Johnston's senior year, 2005, first year of the new field at CL was 2006. Hayden Johnston only played for CL at the Clarion County Park. So that Coppola from me there, and I appreciate Blaine and Craig for privately pointing that out, and I just wanted to publicly thank them for that and publicly thank them for letting me make this correction on the air. So leading off here, Dylan Smale takes no time singling the center. And so Smale with the quick base hit to start this game. Clarion has come in since losing to Redbank back on April 9th. They've won 9 in a row, and some of those games have been against some top-notch competition. Started with a 6-0 win over Montauk. They included a 7-5 win over DuBois Central Catholic, a 16-8 win over Carn City, 4-2 over Du Bois in a game you watched right here on the YDL Sports Network. This week alone, they've beaten Brookville 6-4 and Punxsutawney 4-3. That Punxsutawney game was just yesterday. So now Hayden Weber takes ball 1 upstairs. So runner on first here, 1 ball and no strikes on the batter, Weber. And that ball can't be found by Sturgeon. Ismail was stealing second, so he'll be at second with nobody out here in the first. Clarion trying to jump out on top quickly here. Swing and a miss, 2-1 on Weber. Weber had a rough start to the season and then quickly got things turned around for the Bobcats. 2-1 pitch coming from Huffman to Weber. That's a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that ball is hit into deep right field. Smith going back and towards the line makes the catch. Smale's going to tag. He's going to go to third. So a productive out there by Weber moves Dylan Smale to third. Clarion with a runner at third and 1 out for Ethan Rex. And a quick mound visit here brought to you by the Battery House in Clarion in Brookville. As Ethan Rex stepping to the plate. Top of the first inning, no score between Clarion and Redbank Valley, but Clarion with a runner at third. And Rex rips one high in the air behind first base in foul territory. Ripple coming over, but it's going to be out of play into the Clarion bullpen. Clarion occupying the the first base dugout. Redbank Valley in the third base dugout. No balls and 1 strike here on Rex. Here's Huffman's pitch. That misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one on Rex. Smale the runner at third with 1 out in the top of the first of a scoreless game. It's up high, and it's 2-1. As nice as it would be for either of these teams to win this game, trust me, they would much rather win the one in a couple of Mondays on Memorial Day when they both hope to play for district titles. 2-1 pitch down low, 3-1. Both teams made it deep into the state playoffs a year ago. Winding the 3-1 to Rex. That's high, ball 4. Rex draws the walk, and now there's runners at first and third for Wyatt Watterson. Watterson looks down for the play call, looks at his wristband. They all wear wristbands now like it's football. Gone are the days of the touch your hat, it meant you were bunting. Runner goes to second. Throw by Sturgeon is going to be cut off by the shortstop Wagner. Smale wasn't fooled. So now it's second and third and 1 out. And an 0-1 count here on the batter, Wyatt Watterson. 2 big runners out there for Watterson here early on. Jackson Huffman ready with the 0-1. Called strike 2, and it's 0-2 on Watterson. Redbank's infield playing halfway here, but now Wagner moves back a little bit at shortstop. Still kind of halfway, though. 0-2 pitch to Watterson is up high, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Wyatt Watterson. Jackson Huffman's 1-2 delivery. Misses outside, and it's 2-2. That game on April 9th, Clarion left runners everywhere in that game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch by Huffman. That's high, and now it's 3-2. Keep in mind, Huffman came into this game having only walked 6. He's already walked 1, and he's here behind Watterson, 3-2. Huffman ready with the 3-2 delivery. Watterson goes down and pokes that foul. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes here on Wyatt Watterson. Huffman's pitch. Watterson fouls it away again. Remains 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third for Clarion here in the top of the first. Next pitch to Watterson. Swings and misses. Huffman gets a huge strikeout there. 2 away now, and it's up to Parker Miller. Miller steps in. Huffman's first pitch to Miller. Miller pops it up out of play, strike 1. Smale led off with a single to center, stole second, went to third on the flyout by Weber. Rex walked. Watterson struck out. 0-1 pitch to Parker Miller. Parker Miller drives at the center. Isaac Neiswanger thinks like he has it. He does, and the inning is over as Huffman pitches out of the jam. For Clarion in the first, no runs, a hit, a walk, and 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning here at Stern Field in DuBois. KSAC Championship Baseball. Clarion nothing, Redbank Valley coming to bat.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Are you planning for retirement, looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC. Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com.
Here at Stern Field, let's take a look at our starting pitcher for Clarion, Dylan Smale. He is 5-0 on the year with a 2.21 earned run average. He's given up just 14 hits, has walked 14. Not often you see a player with as many walks as hits allowed. Struck out 33 in those 25 and a third innings. And Carson Gold and Braylon Wagner here in the first inning. Defensively for Clarion, Gabe Anderson's at first. Parker Miller's at second. Ethan Rex is the shortstop. Carter Hyman is at third. Billy Kale's in left. Wyatt Watterson's in center. And the right fielder is Evan Cribble. Hayden Weber doing the catching for Dylan Smale. Weber, 4-year starter catcher here for Clarion. Started in the state title game back in 2023, the one that Clarion defeated DuBois Central Catholic 4-1 to win the school's first baseball state title. So leading off here will be Isaac Neiswanger. First pitch from Smale is low, ball 1. I'll reset some stuff here for you. There's a called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's 2-1 here. There's a swing and a miss, 2-2. There's a ground ball. First baseman Anderson will go to Smale, and he just gets his foot on the bag before Neiswanger gets there, one away. On a 3-1 put out. Bring up Carson Gold. Ball one here to Gold. There's a strike. 2 balls and a strike here on the batter Gold. There's a called strike. 2-2 now on Gold. There's a ball. Weber was ready to throw it down to third. He thought it was strike 3. But now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Carson Gold. Wind into 3-2. Fouled at the plate. Three balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes to Gold. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gold goes down. 2 outs here in the Redbank first inning. Winding the pitch to Braylon Wagner. It's high, ball 1. Wagner, the reigning District 9 Player of the Year. It's 2 balls and no strikes here on Wagner. Two and one on Wagner now. There's a call strike, and it's 2-2 on Wagner. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Braylon Wagner. And he lines this one to deep center, going back on it is Watterson. He'll be there to make the catch, and the inning is over. For Redbank in the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the second, no score here in the KSAC championship game between Redbank Valley and Clarion.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com. With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home.
From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tonesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tonestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Number 9, third base, Carter Hyman, Kale on deck, Anderson in the hole.
Leading off here for Clarion, it'll be Carter Hyman. He'll be followed by Billy Kale and Gabe Anderson. Strike one here to was over to the shortstop, second baseman. So sorry about that, folks. I'm going to look down for a second. One out as Gold throws out Hyman. That'll bring up Billy Kale. One ball and no strikes here on Kale. Left-handed hitter. Takes it up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Memory serves me right. This was the game last year where Clarion had a crazy late rally to beat Montauk to win the championship. 2 balls and no strikes outside. Nope. Caught the outside corner, 2-1. Again, if you're just joining us and wondering why I'm not as prepared as usual, I've been doing the AMCC softball tournament all week. Wasn't sure if we could even do a broadcast of this game until about 20 minutes before it. So if I seem a little disjointed today, that is why. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Billy Kale with 1 out in the top of the second inning. Clarion and Redbank are scoreless. Kale fouls that one over the left side, out of play. Redbank Valley in the third base dugout, Clarion in the first base dugout here at Stern Field. And a kind of a weird day here. Had some rain, then some sun, then some rain, a little bit of cloudiness, and it's not warm. That much is a definite for sure. It's now 3-2 here on Billy Kale for mid-May, or as we head towards mid-May. You're hoping the weather starts to warm up a little bit. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Kale. Kale, ground ball. Shortstop Wagner has a little trouble with it. Picks it up, throws in. He just gets Kale at first. 2 away. So Wagner backhanded that ball. Didn't want to stick in his glove. He looks at his glove. So Gabe Anderson takes ball 1 up high. Anderson has come in this year, taken over the first base duties as a senior. 233 on the year with the 7 ribbies. He's ahead in the count, 2-0 here. Winding the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Winding the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gabe Anderson. Huffman's 2-2 delivery. Just misses, and it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Anderson. Huffman and Braylon Wagner have been the 2 workhorses for Redbank all season. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout for Huffman. We got to the bottom of the second. Still no score between Clarion and Redbank Valley here on the YDL Sports Network.
Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. This is Chris Rossetti from the YDL Sports Network, and I want to tell you about my friends at the Rehab Center, Chiropractors Caring for Health, with 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. I've been going to the Rehab Center since 2009, and I wouldn't trust my back and neck health to anyone else. The Rehab Centers include 3 D9 athletic alums, and Isaac Greeley of Port Allegheny, Matt Brush of Brookville, and Derek Mason of Cameron County, along with 4 additionally highly trained chiropractors, including Jason Jacobs. Find out more at therehabcenters.com. That's the Old English spelling of centers with an RES at the end.
Jackson Huffman leads off here in the second, takes strike one. Smells 0-1 delivery, driven out to center. Coming in on it is Watterson. He makes the catch. One away. Watterson made a catch in left center field here against Redbank back on April 9th. It is one of the best. It might be the catch of the year, as he laid flat out after covering about 40 or 50 yards worth of ground from really right center into left center, and dove and just completely robbed a kid of a hit, and then almost gritted a double play at the plate as Brock George fouls the first pitch away, strike one. Winding the 0-1. It's way high. It stays up there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Clarion's pretty much gone to a 3-man rotation here of late with Smale, Ethan Rex, and Carter Hyman. Hyman pitched yesterday really well. Smale pitched on Tuesday in the win over Brookville. Gets that one to bend in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Misses low, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here. Winding the delivery. George pops it up. Anderson's going to take a look, but that's going to be into the bleachers. The umbrellas are out as the rain has started to fall again here in DuBois. Like I said, it's just kind of been one of those days over here. And telling me it's going to rain for at least the next hour, looks like. And yeah, we're right in the middle of some fun here. I don't know if we're going to get anything that doesn't rain. There's a ball that's going to be landed into center field. Nice job by Watterson to cut it off and hold George to a single. So it's a 1-out base hit by Brock George. First hit of the game for Redbank Valley. That'll bring up Caden Sturgeon. So yeah, looking at the radar here, we've got a large group of green that doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon. So we'll see how long they play. It was funny over in the college softball. Usually you don't see games halted because of rain over here because of the turf fields and all of that. But twice today we had games halted by rain. Ball 1 here to Sturgeon. College umpires were a little quicker to call again than we've seen high school umpires. That ball is down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 on Caden Sturgeon. Brock George at first. 1 out here. This one is lined into right field. That's going to get down in front of Cribble. George is going to hold it second, and back-to-back hits here for Redbank Valley after one out in the second inning. We'll bring up Jordan Smith, the right fielder. Going to get a runner here for Sturgeon. I'm going to get a courtesy runner here. That is number 12. That is Grant Shoemaker. So Shoemaker will run for Sturgeon. So it'll be Shoemaker at first. George at second for Jordan Smith. Dylan Smale comes set, comes home. Ooh, that was some chin music there. Smith just getting out of the way. Ball one. One ball and no strikes. There's a called strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch here to Jordan Smith. Two runners on for Redbank. Smale checks the runner. George at second, comes home. That's inside, and it's 2-1. So twice Smale has forced to force Smith to move out of the way. So Shoemaker takes his lead off of first. George leads off of second. Dylan Smale looks back, checks the runner, comes home. Called strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jordan Smith. Wyatt Byers would be next. Winding a 2-2. That's hit down to first. That's a foul ball. Remains 2-2 on Smith. Two balls, 2 strikes on Jordan Smith. Here's Smale's pitch. Smith drives that one into deep. Left center field. That's going to be off the wall. Watterson's going to field it. George got a late break. He's heading to the plate. Rex doesn't see him, and he just holds the ball. He might have had a shot at him at the plate if he had realized he was headed there. It's 1-0 Redbank Valley on the double by Jordan Smith. I don't know if George didn't realize that the outfielders weren't going to get to that ball, but he held up, which forced Shoemaker to hold up, or Shoemaker might have been able to score on that ball too. Either way, it's 1-0 Redbank Valley, and Wyatt Byers now with runners at second and third, and the Bobcats will bring their infield in here in the second inning. Misses to Wyatt Byers, ball 1. Byers hitting .259 on the year. That's high, and now it's 2-0 on Byers. .2-0 on Wyatt Byers. That's in there for a called strike, 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Wyatt Byers. Smale's pitch. Line drive, base hit up the middle. That's going to score 1. They're going to hold the runner at third as Watterson gets the ball into second, and it's now 2-0 Redbank Valley. So the bottom of the order coming through for the Bulldogs. And that'll bring up Ryan Hepler. After 1 out, George singled, Sturgeon singled, Smith doubled, and Byers singled. There goes the runner to second, and the ball gets behind the catcher, Weber. Runner at third. Smith will hold. The runner was already on his way to second, so give Byers a stolen base there. Now it's second and third. And it's 1-0 here on the batter, Ryan Hepler. Hepler, as we've talked about a few times this year, is a walking machine. He's walked 16 times on the year. There's a called strike, 1-1. And think about this. Ryan Hepler has 16 walks and only 6 hits. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Hepler. That stays high, and it's 2-1. So you wonder, Dylan Smale pitching, I think it was 75 pitches just a couple days ago to help get Clarion into this game. Doesn't seem to be real locked in right now, as it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Hepler. It's hard to come back on just a couple of days rest sometimes. 2-2 to Hepler. Swing and a miss. Got him to go down swinging. Second strikeout for Smale. 2 outs now for the top of the order, and Isaac Neiswanger, who grounded out to the first baseman Anderson in the first. 2 runs in here for Redbank. 2 more ducks on the pond at second and third for the Bulldogs. That was the first extra base hit of the year for Jordan Smith. Ball 1 up high. Guess you're going to save your extra base hit. Save it for games that matter the most. Though you could argue whether this one matters all that much in the grand scheme of both of what these teams want to accomplish this year. It's now 2-0 here on Neiswanger. Of course, they want to win these games. They're going to play them to win the games. But again, like I mentioned, both of them going into at least the second round. Redbank second round of the state playoffs, and Clarion the state semifinals last year. Redbank in Double-A, Clarion in Single-A. Would probably both rather do that than win this game at the end of the day. 3-0 here now on Neiswanger with Gold on deck. Smale checks the runners. Comes home with the 3-0. It's in there for a strike. It's taking all the way was Neiswanger. Isaac hitting .323 on the year. Their home plate umpires now yelling at the Redbank Valley dugout because they were chanting ball 4. He wouldn't have lasted very long at the softball that I've seen the last 2 days. 3 balls and 1 strike here on Neiswanger. That is fouled out of play. This one is popped up. Right fielder Cribble is there, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out, but not before Redbank picks up 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. At the end of 2 full innings here in the KSAC championship game, it is Redbank Valley 2 and Clarion nothing here on the YDL Sports Network.
We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
So Evan Cribble will lead off here in the third for Clarion. Fouls the first pitch away, strike one. No balls and a strike here on Cribble. Cribble fouls that away, and it's 0-2. Redbank 2 runs on 4 hits. Clarion no runs on 1 hit so far. We are just in the top of the third inning. Rain falling here at Stern Field in DuBois. 0-2 pitch to Cribble. High and outside. 1-2, as that's where the catcher Sturgeon's set up. That's where Huffman threw it. Wind in the 1-2. Way outside, 2-2. That ball is a grounder towards short, second, excuse me. Gold up with it. Throw, pulls. First baseman Ripple off, and on the throwing air, Clarion's got a runner at first and nobody out here in the third. So it's just a routine grounder, and Gold's throw just pulls Ripple off the bag. So Clarion with a base runner here for the top of the order in Dylan Smale. Clarion had 2 guys on, including Smale at third with just 1 out, in the first, and couldn't score him from third base. He singled and stole second, went to third on a fly out, and then got stranded there. No balls and 1 strike here on Smale. It's the big strikeout of Wyatt Watterson that really helped that. And there's a line drive into center field for a base hit. Cribble will stop at second, and Smale's 2 for 2. So Clarion back in business here in the third. Runners at first and second for Hayden Weber. Weber flew out to right in his first plate appearance. Weber shows bunt, lays it down. Pitcher Huffman has to wait for Gold to get to first. Gold ends up tripping Weber, who does a somersault. He's okay. Sacrifice goes 1-4, as that got dangerous down there at first. His goal was way late getting there. So now Ethan Rex at the plate with a pair of runners in scoring position for the Bobcats. Redbank Valley's going to bring its infield in, which is a little strange considering a ball through the infield would make it 2-2. I think I would sacrifice a run for an out right now if I were the Bulldogs. Rex fouls that at 1 back, strike 1. That's why I'm broadcasting and they're managing. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Rex of late has been a lot of hit and miss. He's hit a couple home runs, also has struck out a bunch recently. No balls and 2 strikes on Ethan. Huffman's pitch. Rex goes out and fouls it away. Remains 0-2. Rex would like to get a ball in play and get a run home here if he can. Huffman looking for the strikeout. He's ready with the 0-2. Guts the strikeout. That's twice now that Huffman, with runners hitting on third base in less than 2 outs, has come up with a big strikeout. 2 outs for Wyatt Watterson. Watterson struck out with runner at third in the first. Now he's trying to pick up his teammate Rex here in the third. Down low, ball one. 1-0 delivery. That misses, and it's 2-0. Cribble, the runner at third, reached on an error. Smale singled. They were at first and second with nobody out. Weber sacrificed them to second and third, and then Rex struck out. 2-0 here on Wyatt Watterson. Jackson Huffman's pitch. That misses, and it's now 3-0. Parker Miller is next. Huffman ready with the 3-0 delivery. Ball four, and the bases are loaded for Miller. Miller flew out the center with runners at second and third and 2 outs in the first. So now, Huffman, who had walked 6 all season, has walked 2 in the game. Bases loaded for Miller. Takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike here on Miller. Huffman delivers. Miller fouls it away, and it's 0-2. So Huffman ahead of Parker Miller, 0-2. Bases loaded for the Bobcats with 2 outs here in the third. They trail 2-0. Jackson Huffman's 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Huffman with a pair of strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the game. Clarion leaves them loaded. No runs on 1 hit. There was an error, a walk, and the bases left loaded. We go to the bottom of the third. Clarion trails Redbank Valley 2-0 here at Sternfield in DuBois.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs, because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's your relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
Bottom of the third, it'll be Gold, Wagner, and Huffman, 2, 3, and 4 for the Bulldogs against Dylan Smale. Redbank Valley leads 2-0 thanks to the bottom of their order. There's a strike to Gold. Jordan Smith's first extra base hit of the year, a double brought home 1, and then Wyatt Byers with a single to bring home another one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here on Gold. That ball bends in, and it's 1-2 on Gold. Gold struck out swinging in the first. Dylan Smale's 1-2 delivery. High and tight. 2-2. There's a pop fly to right. Cribble along the railing, reaches over, can't make the catch, and it remains 2-2. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a ground ball deep in the hole. It's short and not able to make the play is Rex. That should go in the books as a hit. It's going to be a tough play for Rex. I'm giving him a hit at least for now. Bring up Braylon Wagner. They put an error up on the board, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't know how easy of a play that is for a high school shortstop. Deep in the hole there, but Wagner pops it up, and the second baseman Miller makes the catch. 1 away.
Number 16, pitcher Jackson Huffman.
Bring up Jackson Huffman.
George on deck, Sturgeon in the hole.
There's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike here on Huffman. Little flare out to left. Billy Kale coming in, makes the catch. 2 away. We'll bring up Brock George. His single last inning started the rally for Redbank Valley. One ball and no strikes here on George. Smale looks in for his sign, has it. Comes home with the 1-0. Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 here on Brock George. Bottom of the third, Redbank Valley up 2-0 on Clarion in the KSAC championship game. And George is going to line a single into left field. We'll bring up Caden Sturgeon. Sturgeon has a single already. Ball 1 here to Sturgeon. Runners at first and second. It's a called strike. The tough air that allowed Gold to reach, and then the George base hit. That's inside, and it's 2-1. Here on the catcher, Sturgeon, trying to add to the Bulldog lead here in the third. It misses low, and now it's 3-1. Jordan Smith, who already has an RBI double, is next. Throw over to first. Oh, you don't see very many throws over to first with runners at first and second. McLaren tried that one, and sliding back in safely over there was George. 3-1 pitch. That misses ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for Redbank Valley. Clarion had them loaded in the top of this inning. Redbank now has them loaded in the bottom of the inning. And they're going to bring in Grant Shoemaker to run again for Sturgeon. And Jordan Smith, who had his first extra base hit of the year, an RBI double an inning ago, with a chance to really break this one open for the Bulldogs early. It's up high, ball 1. It's 1-0 on Jordan Smith. Dylan Smale comes set. Delivers the 1-0. That's high, and it's 2-0. So Smale struggling here with his command. I don't know if the weather is affecting him at all, but behind an account here, 2-0 on Smith with the bases loaded, nowhere to put him. 2-0 delivery right there for a strike, 2-1. Two balls and a strike here on Jordan Smith. Dylan Smale checks the runners, comes home, misses high, and it's now 3-1. And again, nowhere to put Smith. No, Rob Jewett doesn't want to have to go to his bullpen this early, but he may not have a choice if he loses Smith here. Here's the 3-1. There's a called strike, and it's 3-2. And now the runners will all get a head start here on a 3-2 pitch to Jordan Smith with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Wind in the payoff. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Three-two pitch. Smith lines that one foul. Rhodes and I have been texting back and forth on that. Ball hit the shortstop Rex. We both feel it should probably be a hit. That I don't know if he gets him at first there. Just because you don't necessarily catch the ball doesn't automatically make it an error. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. That is a foul ball down the third base side, just foul. It chopped over the head of the third baseman Heineman in foul territory. That could have scored a few. As it is, it's Smith continuing to battle here at 3-2. He's fouled off 3 in a row. Runners will be moving again. Smale set. Comes home with the payoff pitch. It's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. So that's 4 in a row now that Smith, I believe, is fouled off. He swung at a ball that was low. That might have been ball 4 he took a hack at there. 3 balls and 2 strikes still. Bases loaded. 3-2 pitch coming. Runners will be off. Ball is popped up and out of play. That is 5 consecutive, I believe now, foul balls. At least 4 by Smith. So Smith is forcing Smale to continue to be perfect here with nowhere to put him. Runners take their leads. Smale delivers the payoff. There's a ground ball. Third baseman Hyman will step on the bag, and Smale wins the battle. In the third for Redbank, no runs. We're going to say it was 2 hits, no errors, and the bases were left loaded. We'll go to the fourth with Redbank Valley leading Clarion 2-0.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Leading off here for Clarion in the fourth, Carter Hyman takes ball one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here on Hyman. Jackson Huffman's next pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-2. 1-2 on Hyman. Wind in the delivery. Outside, 2-2. Hyman, Kale, and Anderson for the Bobcats. Hyman fouls that one away. It remains 2-2. Saw Carter's dad, Mike, before the game. Mike, a big supporter of high school athletics in the area through his businesses. The home plate umpire's out there talking to Huffman, I think to give somebody time. I'm not sure who it is, the catcher, but Sturgeon seems like he's fine. He was kind of laughing that they were delaying things for him. He's like, I'm good. Umpire puts up 2 fingers. How many fingers I have up? 2. Say 3 just to confuse the guy. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Hyman. That misses outside, 3-2. Folks, if I seem a little loopy, this is my 4th game of the day, 3 softball games, and now this one here, those AMCC games. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Hyman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Huffman. He's got 5 of them. And since Wednesday, the 10th game that I have broadcast. So Billy Kell come to the plate. I know some of you are saying Rossetti's goofy anyhow. So first pitch here to Kale. Kale, ground ball. Shortstop Wagner behind second base. Gets it. Throw to first. Gets Kale by a step. Twice now, Kale has been retired on bang-bang plays at first base by Wagner. 2 away for Gabe Anderson. Anderson pops that one up and out of play. Strike 1. Redbank Valley, the regular season KSAC champion. Umpire calls time. Huffman ready with the 0-1. Ooh, little chin music that time for Anderson. 1 ball and 1 strike. Speaking of AMCC softball, here we'll get to that in a second. 1-1 pitch. That ball is lined into left field, a base hit for Anderson. Clarion's 3rd hit of the game. you like some softball, there's a big game, maybe two of them tomorrow right here in DuBois at Heindel Field. The AMCC championship game will take place between Penn State Behrend and Penn State Altoona. Here is Evan Cribble, swings and misses, strike one. Penn State Behrend, the top seed, is coming out of the winner's bracket. They only have to win one game tomorrow. They win that first one, they're the champions. As that ball gets away from the catcher, Sturgeon, it goes right through his legs for the wild pitch. That moves Anderson to second. So if Penn State Behrend wins, they will be the champions of the AMCC. Penn State Altoona would have to win twice tomorrow to be the champions. Throw back to second, diving back in safely there is Anderson. So Evan Cribble with a 1-ball, 1-strike count here on him. Huffman checks the runner at second. Comes home with the 1-1. It's now 2-1. Game over here in DuBois is at noon tomorrow, the first game. If they need a second one, it'll be at 2. 2 balls and a strike. Another throw back to second, and this one misses the second baseman Gold's glove, but rolls right to the shortstop Wagner. Two and one on Cribble. Anderson at second takes his lead. There's a chopper. Second baseman Gold will throw it away. That's going to allow the run to come to the plate. The throw to the plate gets away. That's going to allow the runner to go to second. So there'll be 2 errors there. An error on the shortstop. The second baseman Gold will allow Anderson to score since Cribble wasn't heading to second until the throw came home, and then that got away. There'll be an error on the first baseman Ripple that allows the runner to go to second, and all of a sudden it's a 2-1 game, and Clarion still has a runner at second for Dylan Smale, who has 2 hits and goes ahead in the count 1-0. There's a strike, 1 ball, and 1 strike. So the Bulldogs started throwing the ball around there. I was a little surprised Gold took that. That's a much harder play for the second baseman than the shortstop where that ball was at. 1-1 pitch. Smale lofts at the center. Nice Wonger says he has it, and he does. He looked like he was battling either the rain or the lights there for a minute, but he puts it away. Clarion picks up an unearned run on 1 hit. There were 2 errors and 1 left on base. At the end of 3.5, it is now Redbank Valley 2 and Clarion 1 here in the KSAC title game.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Back here as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, pitching change for the Bobcats. Ethan Rex takes over on the mound for Dylan Smale, who goes out to play shortstop now. Just a straight switch as Rex will face Wyatt Byers and throw strike one. In the season, Rex is 1-2 with a 450 earned run average, 18 2/3 innings pitched, 16 runs, 12 of them earned, 15 hits, 20 walks, 23 strikeouts. It's really the walks that have come back and hurt Rex this year, as it's 1 ball and 1 strike here on Byers. Now it's 2-1 on Byers. Now it's 3-1 on Byers. Three balls and 1 strike on Wyatt Byers. Ethan Rex 3-1 delivery. It's in there for a called strike, and it's 3-2. So Smale goes 3 innings, gives up the 2 runs. There's ball 4 to Byers, and we talked about the walks for Rex, and he immediately walks the first man he faces in Wyatt Byers here in the 4th. Bring up Ryan Hepler, and we talked earlier about Hepler being a walking machine. I know his mom gets a kick out of that. Ball 1. Now they're asking Rex to undo the tape on his wrist. Must have just seen that now, the umpire on the second batter he's faced. Obviously didn't affect the first one seeing anything as he walked. Byers did. There's a called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Diving back in safely over there at first. Was Byers. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Hepler. Called strike 2, 1-2. Rex checks the runner at first, comes home with the 1-2. Just stayed a little high at the shoulders, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Byers. Runner going to second. Weber's throw down is in time. So Byers caught stealing. Tag was applied by the second baseman Miller. 1 away here, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Hepler. I'm surprised Redbank in that situation tried to steal that base with Rex struggling with his command here. Here's the 3-2. That is fouled straight back at us. If you're not familiar with Stern Field, the press box is at field level. It's a really unique setup here. That's why your camera angle where it is at. Called strike 3 as he got Hepler thinking it was going to be a ball inside, and Hepler was ducking out of the way of that bender, and they're 2 away now for the top of the order, and Isaac Neiswanger. Neiswanger 0 for 2 is grounded out and flowing out. Neiswanger flew out with 2 on in the second for the last out. Take strike one. There's a ground ball, base hit up the middle. Watterson will get it in. So 2-out single to center by Neiswanger. So Carson Gold to the plate now. Gold, I have him 1 for 2. A lot of people think it was an error. That's okay. We can disagree on that. Hit a slow roller to the shortstop Rex in his last at bat and reached when Rex tried to backhand it, had the ball pop out of his glove. I still think Gold would have beaten it out. 1 ball and no strikes here. 1-1. One and the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Carson Gold here in the fourth. 2-1. Redbank Valley leads Clarion in this KSAC baseball championship game. Second edition of the KSAC championship game. Gold, fly ball to center, sends Watterson going back. Watterson's there. He'll make the catch. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits. No runs. There was a hit, a walk, a caught stealing, and 1 left on base. We head to the 5th. It is Redbank Valley 2, Clarion 1.
Bettina's in Marionville is celebrating 20 years and is happy to be back open after this winter's fire. They're currently featuring a limited menu as they rebuild, but you can still enjoy their authentic Italian food and pizza. Stop in Tuesdays through Saturdays starting at 11 a.m. or call 814-927-7888 for takeout. And be sure to like Bettina's Italian Restaurant on Facebook to follow their progress and support a longtime local favorite. A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com.
Hayden Weber will lead off here. Be Weber, Rex, and Watterson. Weber, chopper, Gold has it. Throw to first in time to get Weber. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jackson Huffman here in the 5th. That'll bring up Ethan Rex. Fouls the first pitch back, strike 1. Wine in the 0-1. It's a ball, 1 ball, and 1 strike. One delivery. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Rex fouls that away. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Huffman's 1-2 delivery. Rex fly ball into the right center field gap. It's going to get down. The right center fielder, Neiswanger, was able to get over there and cut it off and hold Rex to a 1-out single. Or lead off. Yeah, 1-out single. So Watterson now to the plate with 1 out and a runner at first for the Bobcats. That runner in Rex represents the tying run right now. Here in the 5th, Watterson is Struck out and walked. Takes ball 1. Down low, and it's 2-0. Runner going to second. And he's out. Caught stealing was Ethan Rex. As Sturgeon throws him out, 2 away now. And it's 3-0 here on Watterson. Didn't feel like Rex got a great jump there. 3 balls, no strikes on Watterson. Called strike 1, 3-1. Winding to 3-1. Fouled out of play, 3-2. Huffman up to 84 pitches now. Payoff pitch, ground ball, shortstop Wagner. Double pumps, throws it high. Watterson rounded, and he's lucky that that ball came back through.
Number 11, Parker Miller.
So Watterson at first here. That ball gets away. Watterson heading to second, and he'll be in there on the wild pitch. So the air in the wild pitch has Watterson there. And now that ball has hit the center. Nicewanger going back on it, and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. So no runs. There was a hit, an error, a caught stealing, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Redbank Valley 2 and Clarion 1.
Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart-pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on. Looking to score big on your next vacation? Start with a travel advisor who delivers. Your Cruise Planners Advisor is your go-to, saving you time, money, and stress, while hooking you up with exclusive deals, upgraded amenities, and early booking discounts. Get in the game with Griggs Travel at GriggsTravel.com. That's GriggsTravel.com. John Griggs, Port Allegany grad, 1,000-point scorer, 3-sport standout, ready to help you plan your dream getaway. Cruises, resorts, hotels, tours, everything's handled, even your own travel app, and easy rate booking if plans change.
So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th here. With Braylon Wagner leading off against Ethan Rex, takes ball 1. 2-1 Redbank Valley. Redbank 2 runs in the second. Clarion a run in the 4th. Swing and a miss by Wagner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ten doubles, 26 driven in. Outside 2-1. Wagner 0 for 2 today, so that actually will slip him. Well, he's still a little over 500. He's 26 of 70 now, as it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now on Wagner. Player of the year last year. He's going to have some competition for that from this year with Trey Winger. There's a ground ball deep in the hole. It's short. Smale fields it. Wagner runs great. He's going to read that one out for a base hit. Wagner, one of the fastest kids in District 9 with the infield single. As soon as Smale had to back up and take that way back in the hole, he may as well have just held the ball. Might have been actually the smarter play. As Jackson Huffman will now come up. Don't imagine them having Huffman bunt here, but you never know because that extra run could mean a lot to the Bulldogs right now. Wagner also a very quick runner, as we talked about, so you can see him maybe trying to steal base here too. Wagner has 19 stolen bases this year. Called strike. Wow. Quick throw over to first. Wagner back in. It's a called strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here on Jackson Huffman. Another throw over to first. And first base, Anderson, the base runner Wagner. And now we got a timeout as Wagner wants to readjust some stuff. And everybody looks like they're okay and we're ready to go again. No balls and 2 strikes on Huffman. Nobody out. Wagner at first. Rex checks the runner. Comes home. There goes the runner. It was a hit and run as Huffman fouls it into the bleachers, and it bounces into the bleachers and out of the bleachers down there on the first base side, excuse me. No balls and 2 strikes here on Huffman. Rex delivers. Runner going again. Throw down by Weber is high. And Wagner will steal second. And then he came off the bag. And Parker Miller stuck with the tag. And out is Wagner at second. So Wagner had it stolen and came off the bag. It'll be a caught stealing, 2-4. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Huffman. So Wagner must have overslid the bag out there. 1-2 on Huffman. Here's Rex's pitch. Huffman, just a little tapper. Shortstop Smale ranges, throws, and gets. Nice play there by Dylan Smale. And they're 2 away all of a sudden here in the Redbank 5th. Bring up Brock George. Gotta wonder if Redbank's glad that Clarion beat Brookville, or maybe they wanted another shot at Brookville. Brookville beat Redbank twice this season in the regular season. Brookville beating Clarion on Tuesday. Would have been Brookville and Redbank tonight. It's called strike to Brock George. George has a couple of hits in this game. Scored the game's first run. George fouls that away, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Redbank 2 runs on 7 hits. The Bulldogs have committed 4 errors. Yet they still lead 2-1. Large part of that, Clarion has left the bases loaded once and have left 7 on base. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on George. Redbank, though, has also left 6 on base. That is way outside. 2-2 here on Brock George. Winding a 2-2 pitch. Little chopper. Second baseman Miller with it on to first, and the inning is over. For Redbank in the fifth, no runs. They had a hit, a caught stealing, and nobody left on base. We go to the sixth. Redbank Valley 2, Clarion 1.
Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Are you planning for retirement? Looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor. Member FINRA, SIPC.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats, and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
So Braylon Wagner will take over on the mound for Jackson Huffman here in the sixth, looking to save the game for Huffman and Redbank. They lead 2-1. Wagner on the year 4-2 with a save and a 195 earned run average, 32 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 26 hits, 14 walks, has struck out 46. Carter Hyman takes strike one here against Wagner. So this has been the recipe for Redbank as Hyman pops this one up. First baseman Ripple in foul territory. Can't make the catch. So life for Hyman. So 0-2 on Hyman. That he's got life where he probably shouldn't. I'd be real tempted to charge Redbank with a fifth error there. It's a very easy catch over there, and Ripple just didn't make it. See if Hyman can do anything with it. Called strike three. The ball was caught. Looked like it might not have been at first. That was a little bit low there, it looked like, but it's called strike three, and it's one away here in the sixth inning. Billy Kale to the plate. Kale has grounded out twice to shortstop. Probably glad to see Wagner on the mound and not at shortstop, as Wagner's strong arm got him twice over there. Wagner throws ball one to Kale. Winding the 1-0. Down low, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes on Kale. Nobody on, 1 out here in the top of the sixth inning for Clarion. They trail Redbank 2-1. Winding at 2-0. Called strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Kale, the left-handed hitter. Braylon Wagner, the reliever, with the delivery, and Kale chops it towards second. Gold up with it, throws it over to Ripple, and they're 2 away here in the Clarion sixth inning. We'll bring up Gabe Anderson. Anderson has struck out, singled, and scored. Redbank 2 in the second, Clarion 1 in the fourth. We're now in the sixth at 2-1. Ball 1 in and out of the glove of Sturgeon. One 0 pitch to Anderson. Slow, 2-0. Evan Cribble, the freshman, lefty on deck. Winding to 2-0. Ground ball. Shortstop. Huffman on to Ripple. And the inning is over for Clarion in the sixth. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Still 2-1. Redbank Valley here in this KSAC championship game here on the YDL Sports Network.
A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Big Caden Sturgeon leading off. Sturgeon takes ball 1 here from Ethan Rex in his third inning of relief. That ball is fouled away. Strike 1, 1-1. Sturgeon, Smith, and Byers. This is the part of the order that got Redbank its 2 runs back in the second inning. The Smith double and the Byers single. That's why the Bulldogs lead 2-1 here. It's a called strike. 1-2 now on Sturgeon. Ethan Rex trying to leave it right where it's at 2-1. Ground ball, shortstop Hyman up, our third baseman Hyman, up with it, on to first. 1 out. Clarion had a massive rally last year in this game.
Right fielder, number 17, Jordan Smith.
See if I can find that for you folks and just to remind you of how that game went as Jordan Smith comes to the plate. Smith takes ball 1. So Clarion trailed 5-0 as the home team going to the bottom of the 7th inning in this game a year ago against Montauk. Scored 5 in the 7th and 1 in the 8th to win the game. It's 2 balls and no strikes here on Smith. Smith's first extra base hit of the year. Drove in the first run for the Bulldogs. But fouls that away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away here in the Redbank 6th. Looking ahead to the 7th, Clarion has Cribble, and then the top of the order, Smale and Weber due up. This is Wyatt Byer stepping to the plate. Ball 1 to Byers. Byers has singled and walked in this one. That one's high, and it's 2-0. Two and 0 on Byers. Rex's 2-0 delivery in there for a called strike, 2-1. Two outs, nobody on for Redbank here in the bottom of the 6th. They lead Clarion 2-1. There's a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the 7th. Clarion needs at least 1 to keep this game going. Watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network.
Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart-pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's your relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
We head to the top of the 7th inning, Clarion trailing 2-1. It'll be Cribble followed by the top of the order, Smale and Weber against Braylon Wagner, who's going to try to put this one into the win column in the KSAC championship game win for the regular season champion Bulldogs. Ball 1 here to Cribble. Fouls that one away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cribble has reached on a pair of errors so far in this game. Error on the second baseman, Gold. Error on the first baseman. Now it's 2-1 here on Cribble. Cribble looking to get Clarion a leadoff man on. Wagner's 2-1 delivery. Fouled straight back, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Cribble. Braylon Wagner comes set. Comes home with the 2-2 delivery. Cribble fouls it away, remains 2-2. Puck comes all the way off of the railing, all the way out to the first baseman, Ripple, who hands it to the pitcher, Wagner, who says the ball's good. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wagner comes set. Brings it home. Bounces it, and now 3-2. Last thing Wagner wants to do here is walk the leadoff man. Winding the 3-2 delivery. Fouled it away. Smale on deck, 2 for 3 in this game with a pair of singles. Then Weber, who is 0 for 3. Clarion twice had runners at third base in less than 2 outs and couldn't score them. There's a swing and a miss. Cribble goes down for out number 1. Second strikeout by Wagner. That'll bring up Dylan Smale. First pitch to Smale. Little high ball one. Wagner set, delivers the 1-0. Stays high, it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here on Smale. Wagner delivers. Smale pops it up. Shortstop Huffman calls for it. It can't make the catch. He can't make the catch as it started to drift towards second base on him, and he drops it. So Smale is on first on the air on the shortstop Huffman. Now Hayden Weber at the plate. So at the last second, that ball kind of took off towards second base. I mean, not very close to second, but towards the second base bag. And now Weber with a drive to deep. Right center field going back under this nice Wanger. He can't make the catch. It's off the wall. Smale had to hold up because of the ball being almost caught. He'll be at second. Clarion has runners at second and third with just 1 out here in the 7th. So now Ethan Rex, who had this situation an inning way back in the first inning, there were runners at third base for Rex. He ended up walking in that inning. In the third, there were runners at second and third for Rex, and he ended up striking out. Now Dave Hepler. Meeting at the mound here for Redbank. Now's where the Bulldogs, you might see them bring the infield in here for sure to keep this going. Now, Rex needs to make contact here. He did not do that in the third inning. Be interesting to see if they decide to maybe walk him and get to Watterson, setting up a force play at every base. Wouldn't necessarily mind that strategy either if I was the Bulldogs. Again, Rex has been a lot of hit and miss lately, some power, but also a lot of strikeouts. So interesting decision if you're Redbank Valley here. Looks like they're going to at least start by attacking Rex. Wagner ready, first pitch. Rex pops it up. First baseman, Ripple. Second baseman, Gold. Ripple can't make the catch. He can't make the catch. This game is tied as Smale scores. 2 drop fly balls in the infield by the Bulldogs have allowed Clarion to tie the game at 2. Disastrous inning here for Redbank Valley. First and third now. First it was the shortstop, Huffman. Then it was the first baseman, Ripple. We're all tied up at 2. Still only 1 out for Wyatt Watterson. Not out there, folks. I can't tell you if the rain is playing a havoc with them, the wind, or just the nerves. So now step towards third, fake there. Rex wasn't going anywhere. So 2 drop fly balls, and really that ball in the gap in center looked like it could have been caught too. But as it is, Clarion has tied it, and there goes Rex to second, and they're going to let him take second, and now it's second and third. And they're gonna discuss whether, no, that's a balk. He balked, so Clarion is taking the lead on a balk. They say that Wagner balked. So Wagner balked when he took off the second, and now Clarion leads 3-2. Oh my. So they're gonna say that Wagner balked And with Wagner having balked, and now Dave Hepler wants to know why. The balk was called by the first base umpire. And so Clarion has taken a 3-2 lead. So Clarion takes a 3-2 lead on the Braylon Wagner balk. 2 fly balls in the infield that weren't caught, and then the balk, and the Bobcats lead 3-2. Still just 1 out and a runner at second for Watterson. Some might say there's some baseball karma. If you remember last year's PIAA playoff game here, Redbank Valley was gifted a win over Greenville when Greenville twice had final outs that were thrown away. That day, the baseball dogs smiled on the Bulldogs. Right now, they're frowning on them for some reason. 3-2 pit. There's a strike there to Watterson. Redbank will still have its chance in the bottom of this inning. And Watterson with a drive, but that's a foul ball as it's going to go foul down the left field side, and it's no balls and 2 strikes on Watterson. Looking ahead to the Redbank 7th, it'll be their 9-1-2. Hepler, Neiswanger, and Gold. That's what got it going here for Clarion in this inning. It stays inside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, it's not really a whole lot that the Bobcats have done here outside of the double from Weber, a couple of dropped infield pop-ups and a balk. And now Watterson rips that one foul to left into the bleachers. Remains 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes here on Wyatt Watterson. Rex the runner at second with 1 out. And that's lined right at the third baseman. And just getting back into second after George caught it and threw to second baseman Gold was Rex. And they're now 2 away here. And Parker Miller comes to the plate. Throw to second, back in safely is Rex. Clarion now, like Redbank last inning, would have loved to get an insurance run here on a Miller base hit. Redbank wants to keep it at a 1-run game, give themselves a legit shot in the bottom of this inning. It's a called strike to Miller. No balls and 1 strike to Parker Miller. Wagner checks Rex at second. Comes home. Miller, line drive, base hit into left field. I don't think that's going to be enough to score Rex. It isn't. As the left fielder gets the ball in quickly, that's Byers. And now runners are at the corners with 2 outs for Carter Hyman. So that ball wasn't hit real deep, and Byers was playing in. So now Clarion Rex took off for second and caused Wagner to balk in a situation like this earlier in the inning to balk that go-ahead run home. So strike to Hyman. No balls and 1 strike here on Carter Hyman. Clarion now leads 3-2. First and third, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. It's down low, 1 ball and 1 strike on Hyman. Hyman has struck out twice and grounded out. One of those strikeouts was looking. That was last inning against Wagner, the first batter Wagner faced. Miller takes his lead off at first. There's a ground ball, base hit up the middle. Clarion gets that Rossbecker insurance run on a base hit by Carter Hyman, and the Bobcats lead 4-2. Miller goes to second. Clarion has scored 3 times here. In this 7th inning, they were down 2-1. 2 pop-ups, 1 missed by Huffman, 1 missed by Ripple, have opened the floodgates as Redbank Valley has now committed 6 errors in this game. Eventually, you keep committing errors, and they're going to come back and bite you. As Billy Kale takes up high, ball 1. Kale with a ball out into the left center field gap. That's going to land. That's going to bring home at least 1 more. Coming home is Miller. They're going to stop Hyman at third as Kale doubles home a run. And the Bobcats have scored 4 in the inning. They lead 5-2. Remember, it was a 5-run 7th inning a year ago as Clarion rallied from a 5-0 deficit to beat Montauk 6-5 in this game. Ninth man to come to the plate in the inning, Gabe Anderson. With 2 more runners in scoring position. Clarion leads 5-2. Wagner's pitch in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Anderson. Again, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 7th. Now trailing by at least 3. Wind in the pitch. Whoo! I don't know where that missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Anderson. Wagner delivers the 1-2. Way outside. Nice stop by Sturgeon. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Anderson was down in the count 0-2. He's fought it back even 2-2 now. Braylon Wagner winds and delivers the 2-2. Outside, 3-2. It does not get far enough away. Again, not a lot of room in foul territory here to advance. And unless it takes a crazy hop, you're not going to score. And that one did not take a crazy hop. It came right back to Sturgeon. But now it's 3-2 here on Anderson. Runners at second and third, 4 in for the Bobcats. They leave 5-2. Braylon Wagner. Time call by the catcher, I believe. So now Wagner ready again. Fakes to third. Now Wagner's ready. 3-2 pitch to Anderson. Anderson fouls it away. Evan Cribble's on deck. He struck out to start this inning. But then the pop-up by Smale was missed by Huffman. Weber doubled. Then the Rex pop-up was missed by Ripple. And that helped tie the game. And then Clarion has gone on to score 3 more to lead 5-2. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Anderson goes down, but the damage has been done. Clarion scores 4 times, thanks in part to 2 Redbank Valley errors on missed pop catches here. They do get 4 hits and they leave 2 on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's now Redbank Valley that needs to rally. They trail Clarion 5-2.
Looking to score big on your next vacation? Start with a travel advisor who delivers. Your Cruise Planner's Advisor is your go-to, saving you time, money, and stress, while hooking you up with exclusive deals, upgraded amenities, and early booking discounts. Get in the game with Griggs Travel at GriggsTravel.com. That's GriggsTravel.com. John Griggs, Port Allegany grad, 1,000-point scorer, 3-sport standout, ready to help you plan your dream getaway. Cruises, resorts, hotels, tours, everything's handled, even your own travel app, and easy rate booking if plans change. Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is siding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart-pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on.
Ball 1 to Ryan Hepler, leading off in the bottom of the 7th against Ethan Rex. 2-0. Rex has been solid. He walked the first guy he faced, hasn't walked anybody since, but now 2-0 to Hepler. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Right now, if you're Ethan Rex, you just need to throw strikes. Your team is up 3. That's high, and now it's 3-1. Rex delivers the 3-1. Ball 4. Last thing you wanted to do if you were Ethan Rex was walk the leadoff man up 3, and he just did that. So that'll go to the top of the order. Isaac Neiswanger to the plate. Talked about it when Rex came in. At times the walk can come back and bite this junior righty. Neiswanger fouls the first pitch away, strike 1. Also talked about how Ryan Hepler is a walking machine. That is the 17th walk this year by Hepler. 0-1 on Neiswanger. Misses low, 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Rex was on the mound on Tuesday when Brookville had 2 on and laid Ladd Blake at the plate with just 1 out in the 7th and induced a game-ending double play off of Blake's bat. 1-2 pitch, fouled away. Redbank led 2-1 going to this 7th inning. Clarion, thanks to 2 big Redbank dropped pop flies in the infield, scored 4 times in the top of the 7th to take a 5-2 lead. That is fouled at the plate by Neiswanger. It remains 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Neiswanger goes down swinging, 1 away. Here in the 7th. Bring up Carson Gold. Gold's been on once, either depending on who you talk to, an error or an infield single in the 3rd. Byers leads off at first. Gold takes strike 1. Ethan Rex checks Byers. 0-1 delivery. Outside, gets away from Weber, but Byers, again, talked about the lack of space behind here. If you're not ready to go as soon as that ball is gone, your chances of making second aren't very good, and Byers down 3 runs. Wasn't going to risk it at all there. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here on goal. Throw over to first, and Rex throws it away. And Byers will go to second. Sometimes you just have to wonder what players are thinking. Why you're worried about that runner at first base up 3 is completely beyond me. Just worry about going after the batter at the plate when you're up 3. But a lot of times you see these high school kids and they'll throw the balls all over the place when there's no need to. If you're watching this and you're another high school player, keep in mind game situation. 5-2, that Byers runner, he doesn't mean anything. Leave him at first base so you have the double play in order. But now he's at second. And it's 2-1 on Niswonger. Niswonger looking for a big hit to drive in a run, but instead he's ahead in the count 3-1. See, and that's the other thing. If you're Ethan Rex, sometimes he allows those types of things to get into his head a little bit. Wagner on deck. Gold is at the plate, not Niswonger. Niswonger struck out. This is Carson Gold. I apologize. 3-1. Gold reaches. Wagner would be the tying run. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes on Carson Gold. Wyatt Byers leads off a second. Inside, ball 4, second walk of the inning issued by Rex. And now the tying run steps to the plate in Braylon Wagner. Now Rob Jewett wants to come out and have a word with Ethan Rex.
Dead battery? Don't get stuck. Get to the Battery Warehouse in Clarion and Brookville. Fast, reliable service, and they treat you like family, getting you back on the road in no time. Visit thebatterywarehouse.com today.
So Wagner talking to his junior righty. Runners at first and second. Just 1 out here after 2 walks, sandwiched between a strikeout by Ethan Rex. Home plate umpire is going to go and break up the discussion now. Does have a double and 10 doubles and a triple. Hard man to double up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Huffman on deck. There's a called strike, and now it's 0-2 on Wagner. Rex checks the runner at second. Comes home with the 0-2. Just misses. 1-2. Rex steps off. Now he's back on the mound. Checks the runner at second. Comes home with the 1-2. And he hit him. Or didn't he hit him? Did it not hit him? It must not have hit him. It looked like it hit him, but it must have gone just inside and off the glove of Weber, and it's 2-2. Sorry, folks. The angle I had just to the right, thought it hit him. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Wagner. Rex checks the runners. Comes home. Called strike 3. Wagner just stares at the home plate umpire for a moment. I don't blame him. I thought that pitch was a little inside. There are 2 outs now. Again, my opinion, Braylon's opinion, neither of those count. The only one that matters is the home plate umpires. He's the guy in charge. He's the one that matters. 2 outs now for Jackson Huffman. Huge strikeout there for Rex. Misses on the first pitch to Huffman, ball 1. Folks, I'll have a ceremony and stuff after this one, so we will not have our normal post-game interview situation because of that. There's a called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. That misses, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Huffman. Ethan Rex checks the runner. Byers at second. Comes home. Fly ball, left field, shortstop going out. That's Smale. He makes the catch, and Clarion has won back-to-back KSAC titles. Both times doing it in dramatic fashion with multiple runs in the 7th. Last year was a 5-run 7th to win it in 8. This year it's a 4-run 7th to beat Redbank Valley 5-2. So the Airs come back to haunt Redbank in the 7th. The 2 missed catch foul balls. Clarion wins the KSAC title for the 2nd consecutive year with a 5-2 win over Redbank Valley. It's the 10th consecutive win for the Bobcats. We'll be back here. Not sure if where they're gonna do the ceremony and if we'll be able to see it on our camera, but we will stick around and see what happens here. Not 100% sure how all this works. So, I'll name ourselves an Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game here. I'm going to go with Dylan Smale as our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Smale was had a couple of hits in this game, went 2 for 4 with a run scored. He also pitched 3 innings, didn't have his best stuff, but he battled and only ended up giving up 2 runs, and that's important because by giving up just those 2 runs, it gave his team a chance at the end of the game. So let's put the mic out and see if we can pick up public address announcer Jeff Miller here with the post-game ceremony.
Number 1, Caden Surgeon. Number 2, Braylon Wagner. Number 4, Luke Grafton. Number 6, Brandon Smith. Number 8, Hayden Smith. Number 10, Brock George. Number 11, Grayson Short. Number 12, Brett Shoemaker. Number 13, Ryan Hepler. Number 14, Brody Ripple. Number 15, Ty Lau. Number 16, Jackson Hoffman. Number 17, Jordan Smith. Number 18, Wyatt Byer. Number 19, Eli Schaefer. Number 20, Titus Smith. 22, Owen Goodman. 26, Jeremiah Harmon. 27, Carson Gould. 29, Lawson Minnie. 30, Isaac Neiswanger. To the Clarion area Bobcat KSAC champions. Number 1, Hayden Weber. Number 2, Dylan Smale. Number 3, Caleb McKinley. Number 4, Wes Brenneman. Number 5, Billy Kale. Number 6, Wyatt Watterson. 7, Casey Keel. 8, Gabe Anderson. 9, Carter Heineman. 10, Tyson Hawks. 11, Parker Miller. 12, Lucas Ion. 13, J.C. Concaselli. 16, Andrew Stevenson. 18, Gage Canan. 21, Ryder George. 22, Ethan Rex. 24, Patrick Bush. And 28, Evan Cribble. Union Athletic Director Scott Kendall will now present the championship trophy to the Clarion area Bobcats. We thank everyone for attending this evening and wish you all a safe weekend. Good night.
right, folks, I said we weren't going to do an interview, but as soon as Clarion is done, we're going to try to get Dylan Smale here to do an interview. So if you want to stick around for Dylan's interview, we will do that here shortly. Clarion defeats Redbank Valley 5-2. I'm going to step aside here, thank a couple more of our sponsors while we wait on Dylan Smale.
We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
One of these with me right now, so we're going to just kind of hand it back and forth, okay? Sorry, this wasn't even planned, so. Okay, folks, we're back here with our Allegheny Gorilla Foxburg player of the game, Dylan Smale of the KSAC champion, Clarion Bobcats. And Dylan, 2 years in a row, 7th inning. Last year it was 5 runs to force extra innings where you guys win in 8. I'm sorry. This year you're down 2-1, and you score 4 times in the top of that 7th inning. Talk a little bit about the resilience of this team.
We fight until we lose or win, and we definitely fought hard for this win. And we stuck together and we pulled it out.
It seems like the baseball gods were kind of looking after you a little bit. A couple of drop pop flies in that 7th inning. You had the first one. Obviously, you put it way up there, but did you ever think that Jackson Huffman, of all people, was going to drop that foul?
No, I did not. That's why I didn't run hard. I should have ran hard, but he dropped it, and I was happy.
You definitely ran harder on the one that was dropped over at first because you come home to score. You had to battle the weather there to catch that last out. Was the wind? Was it the rain? What do you think was the issues here catching foul ball pop flies there in that 7th inning?
He hit that really high, and I kind of lost it, and I was hoping the left fielder saw it, but it started tailing back in, and I grabbed it.
Since you guys lost to Redbank here back in early April, you've now put together 10 straight wins, I think it is. What is it that has really started to gel with this team? Because those are 10 wins, and a lot of those wins have come against really, really good teams.
Yeah. We've been sticking together throughout the whole season and just play for John Kemmer and the team.
I was going to ask about that. You guys have Kemmer's jersey in the dugout. I know a lot of you had him as a coach through the garage and some different things. What does it mean to know that he might be here? And maybe John had a little bit to do with those 2 foul balls or 2 foul flies that were dropped.
It means everything. We know he's watching and played for him and got the dub.
Well, congratulations on being named the Allegheny Gorilla Foxburg player of the game. Stick around for a picture here real quick here. But that'll do it for us here from DuBois, where Clarion has rallied to beat Redbank Valley 5-2 to win the KSAC title. I'm glad I was able to bring this game to you folks. Didn't think that was going to happen at 6:50 tonight. So being able to do that at the last second, I want to thank all the people in the KSAC, specifically Scott Kindle, said, yeah, go ahead, Chris, do it. So really appreciate that. Once again, final score, Clarion defeats Redbank Valley 5-2 to win the KSAC title.